Alibi Idiris banned from MMA, win overturned after failed drug test. The UFC flyweight division has been hit with controversy after rising prospect Alibi Idiris was handed a suspension following a failed drug test, a decision that not only sidelines his career but also erases one of his biggest wins. A promising career takes a sudden hit. Idiris, who gained attention through The Ultimate Fighter 33, was seen as one of the division's emerging talents. With an impressive undefeated run early in his career, expectations were high for his UFC journey. However, that momentum has now been completely disrupted. The UFC's anti-doping program confirmed that Idiris tested positive for a banned substance following his recent fight, triggering immediate disciplinary action, the failed drug test explained. According to officials, Idiris tested positive for hydrochlorothiazide, a diuretic commonly used to assist with weight cutting but strictly prohibited in MMA due to its potential to act as a masking agent. The sample was collected on February 21, 2026, the same night he earned a unanimous decision victory over Osbourne at a UFC event in Houston. Shortly after, the result was flagged, and everything changed. 1-year ban and victory erased. Following an investigation by the UFC's anti-doping body, Idiris accepted a 12-month suspension, which will keep him out of competition until February 2027. Even more damaging. White right pointing backhand index. His win over Osbourne has been officially overturned to a no contest. White right pointing backhand index. His UFC record has been altered. White right pointing backhand index. His momentum has been completely reset. The Texas athletic authorities enforced the ruling, ensuring the result no longer counts on his record. Admission and no leniency. Unlike some doping cases, Idiris admitted to using the substance, explaining that it was taken to help with making weight during fight week. Despite his cooperation, officials refused to reduce the suspension. Why? Because the violation was considered intentional and provided a competitive advantage, particularly in a sport where weight cutting can drastically impact performance. A harsh reality in modern MMA. This situation highlights how strict modern anti-doping policies have become in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Even substances not directly linked to performance enhancement, like diuretics, are heavily regulated because of their ability to mask other banned substances, give fighters unfair weight-cutting advantages, compromise fighter safety. In Idiris' case, the system acted swiftly and decisively. Career impact, a major setback. For a young fighter trying to establish himself, this suspension could be devastating. Before the incident, he was building hype as a rising flyweight. He had just secured a key UFC victory. He was gaining visibility among fans. Now, he's inactive for a full year. His biggest win is erased. He must rebuild credibility from scratch. His professional record now stands altered, and his UFC momentum has essentially been reset. A second chance. But no guarantees. Idiris will be eligible to return in 2027, but the road back won't be easy. Fighters returning from suspensions often face increased scrutiny, tougher matchups, damaged reputation among fans. In a fast-moving division like flyweight, a year away can mean losing your place entirely. The bigger message. This case sends a clear message across MMA. White right pointing backhand index. There is zero tolerance for banned substances. White right pointing backhand index. Even weight-cutting shortcuts can cost careers. White right pointing backhand index. One mistake can erase years of progress. For Alibi Idiris, the comeback story now begins, but under very different circumstances.